Hey y'all, welcome to our channel. I'm Kasera, if you guys don't know, and I am part of the Six Functional family, and this is my beautiful family here. You know, where every day is dysfunctional, and today I'm going to be doing a story time. The story time is pretty much that I found out I was put up for adoption. I'm not adopted though. Was with my biological mom and whatnot. But this story is a very heartfelt and touching story, so stay with us. And if you're a subscriber, we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support and everything. You guys mean the world to us. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, so you can get notified when we post future videos. I'm going to start when I was about 12 years old. I was at a family gathering in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because that's where I'm from. You know, black and yellow, black and yellow. No, that's where I'm from. I was at a family gathering, and my grandfather's sister's husband, who they also happened to be my godparents, all the adults were drinking and stuff, and like I said, my grandfather's sister's husband had, started crying and telling me how beautiful I was and how grown up I was getting, and, you know, all this stuff family says to you as you're growing up. And then he fell out of his chair because he was really, really twisted. And he goes, "We should have adopted you when we had the chance." And I was taken back, when you had the chance, what do you mean by that? So they told me the story about how my mom put me up for adoption when I was a baby. And I was getting ready to be adopted out by a scientist and an engineer in Florida. But my grandparents were like, hell no. I'm going to get my grandbaby and I'm bringing her back. So that's exactly what happened. My grandparents came to got me and brought me back. That's not the end of the story though. So I later on found out as my life was going on, because I've had crazy life even before I was 12, and it's just been hectic up until I met my amazing husband, which I'll do those story times other times like I've said. But I also found out that when I was first born, my mom would leave me at people's houses for days on end, and nobody would know where she is or how to get a hold of her, and they didn't know what to do with me. And mind you, I'm just a little baby, just born a couple weeks old. And then that's when my Aunt Debbie and my Uncle Pat, which are my grandfather's sister and her husband, had taken me in for a few weeks and were trying to figure out what to do, find my mom and whatnot. So, long story short on that part, they never adopted me. I never got adopted out. Fast forward to now. I have told you guys numerous times about some of the reasons why we really started YouTube channels was because I wanted to let my story out and share my story with others in hopes that it helps them succeed and to know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel no matter what they go through. And during that process on my old channel, I had posted a video. And there was a comment on the video that said, I was going to adopt you when you were a baby. Find me on Facebook and I'll explain to you the story. So right away I was taken back because it was a video that really didn't have anything to do with adoption. It really didn't have anything to do with anything out of that ordinary. And I was just so confused. How did this person even know I had a YouTube channel? Who is this person? So I looked at her name on YouTube. I found her on Facebook and I messaged her. And she wrote me back and she told me the story. The story was that her and her husband had been trying to conceive for years and they couldn't have a baby. And she lived about a half hour, 45 minutes away from Pittsburgh. So they drove to Pittsburgh to meet with my mom to discuss the options of adoption. And she was telling me that she tried to tell my mom, don't give her up for adoption. Take care of your baby. They need their real mother. And as bad as she wanted to adopt me, they decided not to because they didn't want her to try to come back a few years later and fight for custody. And being they would be attached and all that, they didn't want to go through that heartache. So she did tell me that she really wishes she would have because she ended up having 2 boys, but she never had any girls. And she says she's been watching my Facebook from afar, which when she first told me I thought it was really creepy, but looking at it now, I'm wow, that's amazing. My life could be totally different than what it is now. I could have not gone through all that stuff. I could have gone through worse. I could have whatever the case is. those were just the cards that God dealt me and decided that you need to be where you are and you need to travel the path that you're on. And I'm thankful that God did choose this path for me because it has made me so much stronger as a person, as a woman, as a mother, sister, daughter, anything you can think of. But after she had sent me the messages on Facebook, I was really torn apart and I was so hurt. And because I was sharing my story, I wanted to share the emotions at the time. So I went on Facebook Live and I was explaining it. I was crying. I was hurt. And after this video, I'm going to attach that live video. So when you're watching the live video, if it looks like I'm talking to myself, I'm not. I'm talking to live on Facebook. You just can't see those comments. So, and it's going to be in like cell phone view because I was on my phone, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and end this out right here and let everybody know that you guys are loved no matter what. Your size, your sexuality, your color, your gender, if you're poor, if you're rich, anything, everybody should be treated equal. I hope that this video inspires somebody to know that if you ever need anybody to talk to, I'm here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that live video at the end of this video so you can watch that and see the real emotions come out. If you cry, I'm very, very sorry. But I love you and know that I'm giving you a big, 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 big virtual hug. And as always, if you're a subscriber, I love you guys so much. So much. Thank you for the support. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you could get notified for future videos. And today my video shout out goes to Deja. We love you, Deja. Thank you so much for being a support. And I will see you guys next time, and stay tuned for the live video. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to blow my nose. You guys don't see my boogers. But something really, I don't even know the word for it, but happened to me this morning. So I knew sharing my story was gonna hit a lot of people, and I was prepared for backlash and stuff from some people that knew what was going on and what had happened, but I happened to go on my YouTube channel this morning and there was a comment from a lady in regards to something saying, I was there when your mom was going to put you up for adoption and she had asked me to take you. So if you need to, find me on Facebook and we can discuss it. So I knew that my mom had tried to put me up for adoption a long time ago, and she tried to get many different people to take me for the better. But in the end, my grandparents ended up taking me, which God rest their soul, I love them so much. And if they didn't, I don't know how I would have turned out. But this woman started telling me how she had drove to Pittsburgh to see my mom when my mom was about 4 or 5 months pregnant with me, and discuss the adoption options. And they tried to talk my mom into keeping me, and my mom kept telling them that I was clean and that she was clean and whatever. And then long story short, they never ended up adopting me because they were afraid that my mom was gonna want me back. So long story short, she never adopted me, but she said that I asked her, like, did she have kids? And she did say that she had 2 boys. And the one thing that really hit me hard was that she said that she often thinks about me and wonders what it would be like to have a daughter. And with all the things that me and my mom have gone through, it kind of hurts, because I wonder if I would have had that kind of mom love growing up with somebody else that I didn't have with my mom, even though me and my mom are kind of on better terms now. But sorry, it's just weird emotions, and I knew all this stuff before, but it does kind of hurt, but I'm kind of happy in a way now
that it didn't, because who knows how my life would have turned out. And I'm kind of thankful, even though I went through all that stuff, that my life has turned out different, because it made me stronger. It made me know to be able to tell stories to try to help people. So that's what I wanted to share, since I've been sharing, since I'm sharing my story. And I hope that it helps people. And I wasn't expecting that story at all, but I'm really glad that I learned that, because in the process of trying to write my book, I've been trying to reach out to people to figure out more about my life when I was younger, that the parts that I don't remember. And this definitely helps, because I knew, like I said, that I was put up for adoption and many people are going to take me, and a lot of people were whatever, but then, like I said, my grandparents ended up taking me, and they made me into the woman that I am. So I wanted to share that. Sorry, I look a hot mess. I'm crying, breaking out, but I know my mom loves me, and I know she was just trying to do the right thing back then, but it still does hurt, especially I'm 29 years old. I'm going to be 30, and there still hasn't been a time where she sat down and spoke with me about this yet. So hopefully sometime soon she will. But thank you everybody for tuning in and seeing this. This is real. You can share this video, whatever you want to do, but it definitely was hard. Yeah, Joel, that's how it was for me too. I moved around a lot, and I didn't find out about the adoption thing till I was 12 years old at a family gathering. So it's definitely a hard pill to swallow, especially things run through your mind like, you have these questions like, do you love me? Have you ever really loved me? Why did you want to do that? Why would you be with someone to make a child and then not? Like, a whole bunch of different questions run through your mind when stuff like that happens. And it hurts, and it kind of takes your pride away, because it makes you think what's wrong with you, that people didn't want you, that somebody didn't want you. But as you grow older, you'll start to understand the concepts and the reasons behind things. But there was a reason that God didn't let that happen. So I just thank him, and I know that he dealt me the cards that I'm playing right now for a reason. And maybe the reason is to share my story, so people would look up and know that there's that light. So you guys can go ahead and share this video, whatever you want to do. I am going to put it up on my YouTube, but I don't want to say no names, but thank you to that woman who reached out to me. It means a lot, and definitely gives me a lot of different emotions, but good emotions for the better to know. And I hope anybody else that's going through that can just pray about everything. Yes, Joelle, and that's what I'm thankful for. I have an amazing husband and 3 beautiful kids that I wouldn't give up for nothing. I would fight till the end for them. They're my whole being right now, and my husband is an amazing supporter and helping me get through this stuff. So, and pushing me to do it and to not give up. So I'm gonna keep doing this. I don't care what it does. I'm gonna keep doing it. So Share the video. Let everybody know the real. This is real stuff. The truth. Maybe it can help somebody else. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I need to blow my nose. You guys don't keep seeing my nose run and wipe my ugly face from the tears. I love you all. And know that somebody is with you every day, whether it be God, your guardian angel, your husband, your kids, your friend, your sister, aunt, uncle, whoever it is. You're loved. I love you. Everybody loves you. Thank you, Aunt Lisa. I appreciate this. And yes, Joelle, I do got this. Because Sarah has this every day. Thank you, guys. But I definitely love you all. Hugs and kisses, blessings, and reach out with any questions. Share the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Que Sera Diaries. Love you all.